Yeah, definitely. You know, it was a fun first fight. It's full of action, and I think the fans, most of all, are going to be excited for it.
Are you opposed to fighting it safer since you have the technical advantages and maybe not? It may not be as entertaining, but it'd be an easier way for you to get your hand raised. Or you about that action? Fight?
As far as I'm concerned, I have 25 minutes to finish this guy, and I have a very good feeling about it.
Were you surprised that he finished Luke Rockhold, or were you expecting that heading into that fight?
I don't think anyone is really surprised when Yoel Romero hits them and their opponent falls, really. I had a feeling when I saw them touch gloves, I had a good feeling, you know, especially with the way the fight went out in the first round. You could see it happening, you know. Rockhold was finding it really hard to incorporate his game, put his game plan on Yoel, and Yoel was able to rest, recover, explode, rest, recover, explode. Plus, you know, Yoel looked absolutely monstrous that fight.
You've been dealing with a lot of health things and injuries and things like that. It's been a while since we've seen you in the cage. Where do you feel like you've sort of improved in the gym? And is there any particular area you feel like you've improved?
I've improved across the board. I really have. You know, I think I'm at an age and I have the right team around me where I'm constantly focusing on skill gaps, and that's my mentality. As whether I was the champ, whether I was a contender, when I was just fighting up the ranks, it's all about just increasing skill gaps. And I truly believe I've covered a lot of distance in this year off, and you're going to like see a new Robert Whittaker come fight night.
What you learned about being on that stage with, you know, that was a weird week and y'all got elevated, kind of like this week, but it wasn't as crazy that y'all got elevated and stuff at the last minute. So this time, you know, you're going to be the champ, you're going to be main event. Is there any mindset change or anything?
Not at all. You know, the essence of fighting is always the same. I'm going to go in there and just give it my absolute everything. You know, it's going to require that. I'm going to go to war with Yoel Romero. He's a tough guy, and I'm going to try and stack all the chips in my favour. You know, many weeks before that.
Would you actually share in the octagon with them? You think it'd be a lot easier to prepare because you know what not to do and what to do, or you think it's going to be harder because he knows you just as well? Yeah,
Yoel Romero is like a seasoned wrestler of the highest caliber. He's no stranger to competition, and if I don't give him every bit of attention that I can, every bit of attention to detail in my training, in my preparation, that's where I'll lose.
Does it mean that you seem like you're motivated by this to kind of prove that like you're the real deal, you're the champ, like there's no questions?
I'm motivated by every fight. You know, I don't need much more motivation than the guy across me is trying to put it on me. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to do what I do best, and that's put it on my opponents.
He did miss weight by 3 pounds, and that can have a pretty big, you know, impact on performance. I mean, if he misses weight, I mean, are there concerns about that? And what would you do if he missed, you know, by as many as 3 pounds?
I don't think there'd be a fight, to be honest. Like, I think if you miss weight, you haven't done your job. To be fair, that's nothing on him. That's my personal opinion on the whole mixed martial arts and weight cutting, is that half your job is to make weight.
Well, because of that, have you talked to the UFC about potentially having a replacement if he does miss weight and they'll have someone as a standby?
I think my management or maybe my coaching staff have come across that, but me personally, no, that's not my job.
Right.
My job is just to prepare and make weight myself.
How has life been this last year, just as champion? Is it something you're getting used to with, you know, the responsibilities with media and everything else when it comes to it?
I'm a little bit busier, but to be honest, nothing's changed. You know, I'm still in the doghouse with my wife sometimes. Kids still jump on me. It's all the same stuff. I just go to the gym every day, work out, try to like close those skill gaps and just get better overall.
What do you think about Colby Covington and RDA being close to your fight card? Because Colby's obviously been in the headlines for rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. I think that's great. It's a pay-per-view card. It's a pay-per-view event. Anyone that can bring attention to the pay-per-view, obviously, I'm all for. The things Colby says is, oh man, it's hilarious. Like, you gotta laugh. It's so bad. It's funny. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, you know, I think they're both talented athletes. I think they're both going to go out there and put on a show for everyone involved.
Did you talk to Colby when he was here for the presser and everything?
Oh, I said hello and nice to meet you.
Because you're kind of a, you know, a soft-spoken guy. Colby's obviously very, you know, outlandish and stuff. So you're saying you're a fan of his antics a little bit.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. He's just, come on, don't bury me here, guys. He said some pretty bad stuff. But like, I find a lot of what he says, like, you got to laugh sometimes because he's going above and beyond, and like, you're just like, dude, did you say that? Like, yeah, like, he's funny.
How was it to be on the stage yesterday with all that craziness and
oh, dude,
you had the TJ and Cody, you had a lot of angles going on yesterday.
Yeah.
And Yoel was like chilling. Like, Yoel fell asleep.
Yeah, I just feel like everyone was yelling a whole bunch. I don't think it was necessary. Like we literally are going to be fighting each other soon. I don't think there's much more needed to say, really.
Was it weird coming into sort of the UFC promotional machine, given the week that they've been having, sort of just stepping in the midst of all the craziness?
To be honest, like I wasn't privy to a lot of it. Like I landed after all the shenanigans had happened, and I'm not huge on social media, so I'm kind of underground for a lot of it. So yeah, I didn't really notice, to be fair.
What was your reaction when you heard about everything that happened with Conor McGregor?
I think if you got a grudge with someone, you shouldn't throw a trolley at them.
Do you think if this happens over there in Europe, in Russia, or Ireland, or even in your neck of the woods, this is even like a story? Because it seems like they basically bought the European type stuff over here to MIC, where we do things different out here in America.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm worldly enough to know whether this happens elsewhere, to be fair.
Just one more question. It hasn't been that long since you first fought Yoel Romero. Do you expect the same fight, or how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I thought he fought me pretty well the first time, but I think me and him are in very different stages of our life. I think he's wrapping things up, and I'm only just starting to work things out. So I don't think there's much room in his arsenal for change. And obviously, I'm a young fighter still, coming up, fighting my own still.
You say he's wrapping up, in his career. Do you think this fight, this time around, will be easier than the first one?
No, definitely not. I think this fight is 50-50. He hits like a truck. He's got the best wrestling probably in MMA. It's 50-50. It always is when you step in that octagon.
So, I mean, you said that, he's kind of at the tail end, you're entering your prime. Are there other guys right now who you're looking at? Because it feels like Rockhold's gone. I mean, a lot of the guys who are really around.
Yeah, you can't really count them out. Like, these guys that have lost to good dudes. They're all losing to guys in the top 5, top 10. And you can't win all the time. I think it's a bit premature to say like a lot of the other guys are wrapping up. I'm saying that to Yoel because he's going on 40, 41. And I think he should be looking at other activities eventually. I hope so. Heaven forbid I have to fight him a third time.
In terms of upcoming fights, how do you think Kelvin and Jacare will play out?
That's going to be an interesting fight. Kelvin's got some good hands. He's got good stand-up. And Jacare does what Jacare does. If Kelvin can keep it on the feet and pick him apart, I think it'll be a very one-sided fight. Otherwise, if Jacare gets him to the floor, Weidman got him to the floor, Weidman took advantage of him, Jacare can do the same, if not better.
Are you looking forward to being able to focus on a different challenge?
No, my calendar is literally up to June 9. I have nothing afterwards planned, and I have nothing in sight or in focus other than fighting Yoel Romero for the second time.
Apologies if this was asked, I just walked up, but this card that you're on, it's getting pretty big. It sounds like CM Punk will be on there. They announced this kind of grudge match between RDA and Colby. As the champion, I assume you're getting pay-per-view points. Is this kind of nice that you're going to, especially for someone that, maybe you don't embrace the promotion a ton, they're probably going to do a lot of the legwork for you. Do you enjoy that?
I hope they put animal fights on. Like, I want the pay-per-view to go through the roof, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see monster trucks, I want to see car races, I want to see everything, Yeah, let's stack it up.
So you're happy?
Yeah, I'm pro pay-per-view.
There you go.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, guys.